Remember what I told you, right?
Yeah,
What?
it's called man business.
The conflict between 50 Cent and T.I. began as a professional disagreement that gradually transformed into a personal rivalry. Initially, the discussion centered around a potential versus music battle. During the pandemic, Versus became a global platform for musical competition. Fans across the world anticipated legendary matchups between major artists. A face-off between these two influential rappers generated strong excitement. According to T.I., conversations about the battle happened in Los Angeles. He explained that both sides discussed a plan for announcing the event. The strategy involved building public anticipation first. However, when T.I. spoke publicly, he claimed the agreement was denied. This denial created a sense of betrayal. Professional disagreement turned into personal tension. Public communication replaced private discussion. Media coverage amplified every statement. Fans analyzed interviews and reactions closely. Social media transformed speculation into widespread belief. The focus shifted from music to respect. Observers recognized a pattern of escalation.
Me and it talk back. Yeah, I ain't just call you.
As the disagreement intensified, public statements increased tension further. In hip-hop culture, declarations of disrespect rarely go unanswered. Observers expected escalation based on past patterns. Fans debated credibility across social platforms. Media outlets highlighted the growing rivalry. Public opinion formed rapidly and emotionally. Supporters defended each side passionately. Critics emphasized past controversies. The narrative expanded beyond music competition. Reputation became central to discussion. The disagreement symbolized influence and pride. Each statement increased anticipation of response. Social media amplified perception of conflict. Communication style shaped interpretation. Public attention sustained momentum. Speculation replaced direct communication. The rivalry became widely discussed. Observers noted the role of visibility. Conflict often grows with attention. The disagreement entered broader cultural conversation. Professional rivalry evolved into public drama. The environment was prepared for escalation. Emotional investment increased among audiences. The stage was set for personal involvement. The conflict moved beyond artistic competition. Public reaction drove continuation of tension.
I said, what you think about this? Like, you want to do this? I said, yes. And then
A major turning point occurred when family members became involved. A controversial post featured Tamika "Tiny" Harris. She is widely known for her role in Skit. She had not publicly participated in the dispute. Her inclusion shocked many observers. Media described the action as highly personal. Traditional rivalries rarely involve family members. Public reaction was immediate and intense. Supporters expressed concern about boundaries. Critics debated motives behind the post. The narrative expanded beyond professional disagreement. Family loyalty became a central theme. Public sympathy shifted significantly. The rivalry gained emotional depth. Observers discussed ethical limits in conflict. Media coverage increased rapidly. The situation became more controversial. Personal relationships entered public narrative. The conflict transformed into emotional confrontation. This moment marked a decisive shift. Attention intensified as stakes increased. The rivalry became defined by personal involvement. Public engagement continued growing. Professional competition faded into the background. The dispute became symbolic of respect and loyalty.
I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. And he said, all right.
The next escalation came from King Harris, who responded publicly. His reaction was immediate and emotional. He defended his family passionately. His statements spread rapidly across social media. Millions viewed and discussed his response. Public reaction became sharply divided. Some supported his defense of family honor. Others believed boundaries were crossed. The conflict now involved multiple generations. Emotional expression intensified public interest. The dispute became unpredictable. Observers discussed generational communication differences. Public debate expanded significantly. The rivalry now carried personal identity. Emotional tone dominated discussion. Media coverage increased further. The situation reached a peak of intensity. Family involvement defined the narrative. The conflict moved beyond its original cause. Public engagement remained extremely high. Observers recognized lasting consequences. The rivalry reflected broader cultural themes. Personal loyalty shaped public reaction. The dispute transformed into family-centered confrontation. Emotional stakes became central to perception.
When I jump out there, act like he ain't know what's going on.
In contrast, responses relied on strategic communication rather than emotion. Humor and edited media became key tools. One example involved a manipulated clip from ATL. The message delivered through the video was indirect. Observers described the response as calculated. Public fascination increased due to contrast in tone. Some praised creativity and composure. Others criticized digital manipulation. Narrative control remained central to strategy. Calm presentation influenced perception of power. The rivalry continued without resolution. Media coverage expanded again. Observers noted differences in confrontation style. Strategic detachment shaped interpretation. Communication became part of the conflict. Public attention remained focused. The situation demonstrated influence in tone. Contrast between emotion and strategy defined discussion. The feud remained widely debated. Observers emphasized role and perception. The conflict illustrated modern communication tactics. Attention remained a driving force. Public reactions sustained momentum. The rivalry evolved through response rather than resolution. The narrative continued expanding.
Then that's what it was about. I don't even know, man. Cause now I question your character.
Public support and criticism appeared simultaneously throughout the conflict. Fans aligned themselves with different perspectives. Statements were analyzed for deeper meaning. Music releases became part of communication. Creative expression functioned as response. Media narratives focused on legacy and reputation. The rivalry revived attention to long careers. Public engagement sustained visibility. Supporters emphasized loyalty and respect. Critics highlighted responsibility and restraint. The dispute expanded beyond music audiences. Observers discussed influence and identity. Attention reinforced relevance in entertainment culture. Public perception evolved continuously. The conflict existed across multiple platforms. Debate extended internationally. Visibility became central to influence. Observers noted relationship between fame and conflict. The rivalry remained unresolved yet prominent. Public curiosity sustained discussion. Media coverage remained intense. The situation demonstrated power of attention. Conflict functioned as publicity. Narrative continued developing publicly. The rivalry remained culturally significant.
I don't want to stand on stage. I don't want to stand on stage with that.
Social media played a decisive role in shaping the narrative. Platforms enabled immediate global reaction. Public participation influenced interpretation. Fans became active commentators. Information spread faster than verification. Narratives formed through repetition. Media followed online engagement trends. Conflict became shared digital spectacle. Visibility functioned as influence. Attention acted as currency. Digital platforms preserved every statement. Communication speed intensified escalation. Observers recognized transformation of conflict into performance. Online engagement sustained momentum. The internet removed distance between event and reaction. Public commentary shaped perception. Technology amplified emotional expression. The rivalry demonstrated impact of digital culture. Audience reaction became part of the story. Public discussion continued expanding. The dispute became an example of modern media dynamics. Visibility ensured
Rules are 50, right? Rules is not, they gotta beat this 50 and say back to them. That's just
cultural commentators analyzed deeper themes within the conflict. Generational differences became a major focus. Veteran figures often respond strategically. Younger participants express emotion directly. These patterns reflect social change. Communication style influences perception of strength. Observers debated effectiveness of each approach. The rivalry became a cultural case study. Public discussion extended beyond individuals involved. Technology influenced expression and reaction. The situation reflected evolving celebrity culture. Observers compared emotional authenticity and strategic control. Cultural interpretation added depth to coverage. The dispute represented broader societal change. Generational perspective shaped understanding. Communication norms continued evolving. The conflict symbolized transformation in public behavior. Observers analyzed meaning and implication. The rivalry extended beyond entertainment. Cultural context influenced interpretation. Public conversation became more analytical. The situation illustrated changing norms. Observers continued examining broader impact. The feud represented modern communication patterns. Cultural discussion remained ongoing.
Technical files on everybody, okay? How did we get here from reversing that?
Family involvement remained central to public discussion. Observers debated appropriate boundaries in rivalry. Traditional conflicts rarely include relatives. Personal relationships increase.
We just wanted 20 songs versus 20 songs. Now we got people, being called federal informants and some people's wives and mothers being insulted. How did all this escalate so quick?
Attention became a driving force behind the conflict's expansion. Media coverage increased continuously. Commentary content multiplied across platforms. Public fascination sustained visibility. Support and criticism generated engagement. Conflict functioned as publicity. Visibility reinforced relevance. Observers discussed economics of attention. Narrative control influenced perception. Curiosity maintained momentum. Coverage extended beyond music audiences. Public debate became self-sustaining. Engagement functioned independently of resolution. Attention transformed conflict into spectacle. Media cycles depended on reaction. The rivalry demonstrated influence of visibility. Observers recognized attention as strategic resource. Public interest ensured continued relevance. Coverage expanded internationally. The dispute exceeded original scope. Attention shaped outcome more than resolution. The narrative remained widely discussed. Public curiosity persisted. Visibility defined influence in modern culture. The rivalry remained prominent.
What's up, man? Ain't heard from you in a while. Remember what I told you, right?
Yeah,
What I said?
skull man business.
Reputation shaped interpretation of every event. Both figures possess strong public identities. Past behavior influenced expectations. Supporters interpreted actions through loyalty. Critics emphasized controversy. Public perception became polarized. Narrative depended on perspective. Reputation functioned as interpretive lens. Historical memory influenced reaction. Credibility became central to debate. Audience alignment shaped discussion. Public trust affected acceptance of claims. Identity influenced emotional response. The rivalry reflected pre-existing narratives. Perception often preceded evidence. Observers noted influence of image. Reputation amplified impact of actions. Interpretation remained divided. Public identity shaped reaction. Historical context informed present judgment. The conflict reinforced established perceptions. Audience belief influenced narrative direction. Reputation remained a defining factor. Public memory shaped understanding. The rivalry reflected identity and perception. By late February 2026, the conflict had transformed completely. The original music battle concept disappeared. The narrative focused on loyalty and respect. Family involvement defined perception. Emotional expression dominated discussion. Professional competition became secondary. Public attention remained intense. Each stage reinforced escalation. Observers recognized irreversible change. Resolution appeared unlikely. The rivalry symbolized modern celebrity conflict. Digital platforms preserved every development. The story evolved through reaction. Media attention remained strong. The feud became cultural reference. Its meaning extended beyond individuals. The narrative demonstrated rapid escalation. Personal confrontation replaced professional rivalry. The situation illustrated consequences of visibility. Observers analyzed impact on culture. The dispute remained unresolved. Public engagement continued. The rivalry became symbolic of modern conflict. Attention defined its trajectory. The narrative remained ongoing. Ultimately, this situation illustrates how modern celebrity conflicts unfold publicly and rapidly. Digital platforms accelerate reaction and amplify emotion. Private disagreements become global spectacles. Public participation shapes narrative direction. Attention drives continuation of conflict. Family involvement intensifies emotional impact. Reputation influences interpretation. Generational differences affect communication style. Strategic control contrasts with emotional expression. Media coverage transforms rivalry into cultural discussion. Professional competition becomes personal identity. Public memory preserves controversy. Observers learn about influence and responsibility. The conflict demonstrates risks of visibility. It reveals power of modern communication. Personal loyalty shapes reaction. Attention functions as currency in digital culture. The story represents escalation in real time. Disagreement can become deeply personal quickly. Public conflict reflects broader social change. The rivalry illustrates transformation of entertainment culture. Observers continue analyzing its meaning. The situation remains culturally significant. It stands as an example of modern media dynamics. The conflict shows how perception shapes reality.